more breaking news, viewers, that we are getting in right now, and this with regards to another chief minister in the country who is facing the summons by ED. Arvind Kejriwal has been summoned by the ED now. The Chief Minister of Delhi has been asked to appear this Friday. So this is the big update we're getting in right now. Arvind Kejriwal, who has skipped many summons just like Hemant Soren. Now Arvind Kejriwal is facing yet another summon by the ED. Once again, remember, he had just skipped the summons once again, and now these are fresh summons. He has already skipped 4 summons. He has skipped 4 summons, and he was asked on the 18th of January to appear before the ED. He again did not turn up, and now we have the 5th summon, a 5th summon for the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo and the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal. My colleague Shravan Sen, senior editor, is joining us on the phone line for more. The heat is turning up on Arvind Kejriwal, isn't it, Shravan? This is the 5th summon, I believe, to the Aam Aadmi Party Supremo, and he has been asked to appear before the ED on Friday.
Well, unlike in the case of Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren, who was summoned multiple times, at least more than 10 times, he had made an appearance at least on 2 occasions. As far as Arvind Kejriwal is concerned, in the Delhi liquor scam, remember, he hasn't appeared even once, despite the multiple summons that have been sent out. We are now given to understand that he has now been called for questioning this week by the Enforcement Directorate. It remains to be seen whether at all he is going to respond to the summons. In the past, remember, Arvind Kejriwal essentially indicated that this is a biased investigation that has been carried out by the Enforcement Directorate. And more importantly, he wanted to know from the investigative agency as to whether at all he is being called in for questioning as a witness or as an accused in this particular case. Remember, that is quite a bizarre demand that has been made by the Delhi Chief Minister, given the fact that it is the prerogative of the Enforcement Directorate to decide whether at all a concerned person can be seen as a suspect or as an approver in this particular case. Having said that, remember the Delhi liquor scam, as far as Arvind Kejriwal is concerned, the reason why he is essentially being examined by the Enforcement Directorate is primarily because, remember, the policy that was drafted by then Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, the allegation was that the profit margin was arbitrarily changed by the Deputy Chief Minister, Manish Sisodia, from 5% to 12%, which the Enforcement Directorate suspects is the money, or rather the cut money, that was allegedly received by the Aam Aadmi Party. What the Enforcement Directorate essentially wants to know from the Delhi Chief Minister is that whether at all he was aware about the changes that were being brought into the draft policy. Secondly, why exactly was the exchange of this draft policy, why did it take place at the residence of the Chief Minister itself, and whether at all the Aam Aadmi Party, as a party, did it actually receive money from the liquor vendors, manufacturers who allegedly benefited from the draft liquor policy.
Right, but what are the chances now? Do we expect, or will it be a surprise if Arvind Kejriwal skips this 5th summon once again? We've seen, Hemant Soren, skipping at least a total of 10 summons. But what about Arvind Kejriwal? What could be the next plan of action by Arvind Kejriwal here?
Well, in all likelihood, Arvind Kejriwal, like in the past, would also consult his legal team. Whether at all he is going to make an appearance or not, that there isn't any clarity. We haven't really heard from the Aam Aadmi Party as yet. But having said that, remember, more the Aam Aadmi Party chief stays away from the investigation, it would only mean more trouble for him, because the Enforcement Directorate will also have the option thereafter to move the court for a non-bailable warrant on the grounds that he hasn't been cooperating with the agency. Also, remember, the Bharatiya Janata Party as an opposition has been raising this question as to why exactly has Arvind Kejriwal stayed away from the investigation, and is there anything to hide? So remember, there would also be some sort of a political posturing that would be done by the Chief Minister himself. And as far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned, they maintain that all of this is essentially being done, keeping in mind that they want a fair investigation to be carried out, and they want to give an opportunity to the Chief Minister to explain his position.
Right. Thanks so much, Chavan, for joining us with those details. And now we are getting some more breaking updates, viewers, in this bulletin. And now this coming in with regards to the budget session. The Congress Parliament Strategy meeting is all set to take place today. Congress Parliament Strategy Group meeting will take place at 10 Janpat. Sonia Gandhi will be heading the Congress Parliament Strategy meeting at her residence, that is the 10 Janpat, and in New Delhi. So this is the big update we have right now ahead of the budget that is all set to be announced tomorrow. And of course, the budget session has started. We understand that the Congress party right now will be talking out its strategy for the budget session. Remember, there will be the 14 suspended MPs who will be returning for the budget session after parliamentary panel's recommendation also. So this is the big update we have right now as far as the budget session is concerned. The Parliamentary Strategy Group, Congress Parliamentary Strategy Group, is all set to hold a meeting. My colleague Harsha, tracking all developments, joins us on the phone line for more. Harsha, of course, Congress is right now in a huddle. What do we expect from this parliamentary meeting? We understand many of the suspended MPs are also returning this budget session.
Yes, Rakshita, so the suspension of the several members of parliament, Rakshita, have been revoked right now. If we talk about the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, the MPs who were suspended today attended the parliament as well. Before the budget session, the suspension was revoked and it was announced yesterday by Prahlad Joshi itself. But today, the very important Congress parliamentary meeting at 10 Janpat at the residence of Sonia Gandhi will be held in the evening. And this meeting has been called today to strategize and discuss Congress strategy before the budget session, because as we also know, in the all-party meeting of the floor leaders, Congress precisely stated that the issue of the misuse of the agencies and issues of the unemployment and price rise is very important, and also how violent attack was done on Rahul Gandhi's Nyaya Yatra, that will also be taken up in the parliament budget session this time. So Congress this time also is in no mood to let the budget session let the budget session go on smoothly. They're already planning to raise different issues from their end, and therefore this parliamentary strategy meeting has been planned today by Congress party, which will be headed by Sonia Gandhi, Congress leader. And also they've got to know that in this entire meeting, they will also discuss how President's speech didn't mention anything about Manipur, about the Jammu Kashmir, about the issues, how voters and how the citizens are suppressed, and Ram Mandir issue as well. Today, after the address of President Gaurav Gogoi, the Congress member of Parliament came out, Rakshita, and he precisely spoke to us and stated that there was a lot of things which was missing from the President's speech. President was speaking about the development in 5 years, which was the agenda of BJP itself. There was no mention of the sufferings of the people in Manipur and in different parts of the country, which Congress has been raising. So this is going to be the top of the agenda of Congress this time in the parliament, as we very well know that Congress will now plan how to take up this issue, whether they're going to take placards or the ruckus or sloganeering. How will they exactly are going to put up their issue in parliament, because now it is very difficult to again take placards in the Parliament House, because earlier also Speaker clearly mentioned the member of Parliament who will bring placards with them inside Parliament, they will be suspended. And right now only the suspension of 146 MPs have been revoked, and now today they are attending the Parliament. So Congress also has to strategize in a way to take up their issue in the budget session so as the MPs didn't get suspended. So we have to wait and watch exactly what will Congress strategize today at 10 Janpat, because the brainstorming meeting and strategizing meeting will commence today at 10 Janpat, which will be headed by Sonia Gandhi. Back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Harsha, for joining us with those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more updates as the budget is all set to be announced. And of course, various political parties are also in a huddle as the session is underway.